I'm so happy to have you back today for a new pick a card reading. I hope that all of you are doing amazing today and having a wonderful day. So in today's reading, we have a very direct message that you're meant to hear in this time of your life. I'm going to ask from Spirit and the cards to give you a very straightforward, direct, honest message. Whatever needs to come through for you in this time, whatever truth, honesty you need to receive, that is going to be the message for you today. So as always, we do have 3 piles to choose from. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Please feel free to choose any pile that you feel most drawn to. Hello, my beautiful pile number 1. If you guys feel drawn to this pile, then this is going to be a reading for today, all about the very direct and honest message that you need to hear in this time. So pile number 1 for your deck today, you guys feel drawn to deck number 1. And you also have this beautiful turquoise stone. So welcome to your reading, pile number 1. Let's get into your cards and let's see what is the very direct message for you. Again, this is going to be more straightforward reading, just whatever you need to hear in this time for your highest good and whatever honest guidance you need to hear. I'm hearing something about the ocean for you, so let's see how this connects to your reading. But something about the ocean is coming up for pile number 1. So Spirit, please give us the very direct message that pile number 1 needs to hear in this time of their life. What is the very direct message for pile number 1? Okay, we have the Temperance. We have the Temperance. We have, the 6 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups. Pile number 1. Patience. Maybe some of you are not going to want to hear this, but I have to say it, it's a direct message. Patience. Patience, because something good is coming into your life. I'm hearing that something is going to be worth waiting for. Whatever you're maybe patient for in this time of your life, it's going to happen. It's maybe taking longer than what you expected or what you wanted, but I feel like it's something that's worth waiting for. And this is the kind of situation in life that I truly feel like it's worth to endure maybe the patience, because the result is going to be very much worth it. That's something that I'm getting from these cards. Patience. That's all. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not behind also. You're not sabotaging anything in your life. I feel like the direct message for you is just patience. Something beautiful is going to unfold out of this process, and this is something that I genuinely feel like it's worth waiting for. Whatever you're kind of going through in your life, whatever you're aiming towards, working towards, the 10 of Cups at the end, it's really symbolizing how all of this is going to conclude in maybe even a much better way than what you're anticipating or expecting. So patience is not punishment in your case, and it's not a delay. Also, if some of you feel a bit delayed in things, and if you feel like something in your life is taking longer than what you would like it to, what you feel like it should take, the message for you is you just need to be patient. Okay, let's see what else pile number 1. Maybe you also felt drawn to pile 2. Okay, for pile number 1, the honest message. The seed, you see, the seed needs time to grow. Pile number 1. So, we do also have the egg here, the starborn, the egg that's starting to crack. So something is starting to happen, pile number 1. The seed that you've planted, the egg, it's starting to crack. The star is, being born in this present moment, but you need to be a little bit more patient. You see, the egg is not fully hatched. The seed is not fully grown. It's still maybe underground. The egg is still hatching. So something in your life, it's maybe not ready to unfold yet. It's also what this message wants to say. It's not necessarily that you're in the wrong when it comes to what you're doing or how you're approaching the situation, but maybe it just needs more time. And I feel like your reading is going to boil down all to just patience and time. I'm sure that we're going to get some more insight for you, but I feel like what this reading is trying to say is just be patient. The seed, you know, something is, you've planted the seed, but you need to be a little bit more patient and allow it some more time. Okay, I'm going to get some more tarot cards to see if there's any more insight for you about the spirit of your life. What is the direct message for pile number 1 spirit? Something beautiful is coming out of this, so trust pile number 1. The 5 of Wands. Someone is trying to fight time. You know, a lot of times we create frustration because we're trying to rush. And this 5 of Wands to me is saying that maybe right now you feel like the situation is blocked. You feel like the situation is competitive. You feel like there is like forces that are going against you in this pursuit. But I feel like you're just trying to fight your own time. That's what the cards are saying to me. You're trying to get ahead in something. You're trying to fight your own time. You're trying to make something happen before it's time. Again, you're not doing anything wrong. That's something that I want to point out. And I feel like a lot of times this rushing can make us feel like we're doing something wrong. So we just are jumping from one thing to another to another. We're confusing ourselves. And we have the 4 of Wands. You see, everything is fine. And everything is going to work out in the end. You're going to see how this current situation in your life is actually going to unfold in the best way possible. 7 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I feel like you're actually manifesting right now, pile number 1, some of your biggest desires in life. You're in the process of manifesting either a dream reality, manifesting big things, right? Big wishes in your life. But the direct message for you is to not rush this, to not apply so much force to the point where you create resistance. Maybe what you're not realizing is also that your impatience is maybe creating the resistance. Because I'm also getting a lot of like energy of Angel Michael here. The Temperance, maybe you're Sagittarius, or it also resembles the presence of Angel Michael, which may be guiding this entire situation right now in your life. Don't rush. Don't rush, pile number 1. I genuinely feel also, you know, there's this message of like, just enjoy the time of this time of your life. You know, like you're not going to miss anything, and enjoy the entire process. Enjoy everything that's happening, because now I'm looking like, I feel like this message is bringing me back to my life. And some situations with, you know, in the past, I felt very impatient for, in the end, they ended up working out, you know, but now I kind of wish I enjoyed everything of it, because I was just maybe trying to rush through some situations in life and I didn't get the full experience. So for you also, like, just try to enjoy everything, because at the end of the day, this is going to unfold and it's going to work out. And you're going to wish you took it in more, right? You really like savored every single step of the way. Let's see what else on number 1. Oh, we have a card coming out for you. The circle around the moon with change. So, you know, there is a significant change I feel that's approaching you in this time of your life. Perhaps you've already planted the seed of a very significant change in your life, a very positive one though as well. Like, I feel like this change is very positive, and so don't be impatient when it comes to change. I feel like someone, it's, you know, Palambra, maybe you're the kind of person who can see ahead of time. Maybe you're the kind of person who you're being shown visions and I guess the endings of situations, like where the path is leading you ahead of time. And you know that the result is going to be good, and you're a bit impatient because you know what awaits you next, you know? And that's, I guess it's a blessing and a curse, but I feel, try to be patient. It feels like you've been shown where you're being led, but try to be patient with the change that's currently happening in your life. Don't rush this process of change. You have to understand that when change is happening, when transformation is happening, it feels like it's very divinely guided. I'm not gonna lie, with that presence of Angel Michael. And you know, I heard ocean for you in the beginning. So I feel like that could be maybe initiating that you should just allow the situation to flow. You know, oh, do you know what I'm getting? It's like, never try to fight against nature. Never try to challenge nature, because nature is very powerful. You know, nature is a very powerful thing. And so maybe this is also calling you to don't challenge the wave, rather flow with the wave, right? Flow with the change. Don't challenge the change, but allow yourself to flow with the change. What else, Pawn number 1? What is the message for Pawn number 1, Spirit? Higher power. And we also have the number 4 with the 4 of Wands. So there is some kind of higher power here. I'm not gonna lie, chop wood. So this is about cleansing. It's about things clearing out in your life. And I feel like this time of your life, it's making space for new things. It does feel like a lot of you are maybe in a point of your life where you are craving change and you want change to happen in some aspect. And so make space for it also. Like if you're feeling a bit impatient, there are certainly things that you can do in the time while you're waiting. You don't need to just sit and wait. You can prepare for the change. You can maybe clean up your home. You can organize your home. You can organize yourself, your thoughts. If there is anything you have been pushing away, putting back, you know, maybe it's time to do some things that you have been postponing, right? Some important things. Maybe you want to go to the dentist and you have been pushing that away, or you have been wanting to learn something and you have been putting that because you don't have time. So I also feel like this time of your life is saying there's definitely things that you can do while you're waiting. It's not like you are just sitting and waiting. You can definitely entertain yourself while you wait, you know? So let's see, what is your final message, Pawn number 1? The final message for you. We have service. I feel good when I can help others. How can you be of service right now, Pawn number 1? Ask yourself, like, how can you help right now? How can you be of service? Even how can you help yourself, right? How can you help the situation? And we also have friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Oh, Pawn number 1. You know, I feel like this time of your life is bringing you closer to yourself, or maybe to a community of people. Maybe also this time of your life is revealing to you your higher power, how you're going to serve the world, how you can be of service to maybe a specific community of people, a society of some kind, right? I feel like this time of your life is trying to reveal to you also your gifts, is trying to reveal to you your own higher power and your own gift. And I feel like with the 6 of Cups, this can be even encouraging you to start being more of your best friend, to start treating yourself like your own best friend. There's something about this time of your life that also is bringing you closer to you, which will be necessary for the change that's coming up in your life. But Pawn number 1, I feel like that's what I have for your reading today. I hope that this resonated for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Hello, my beautiful Pawn number 2. If you guys feel drawn to this pile, then this is going to be a reading for today, all about the very direct message and honest message that you're supposed to receive in this time. So Pawn number 2 for your deck today, you guys feel drawn to deck number 2, and you also have the Black Crystal Ball charm. So welcome to your reading, Pawn number 2. Let's get right into your cards and let's see, what does this reading want to reveal to you? Again, I'm going to ask Spirit to be very honest, very direct. So what is the message for you, pile 2? Spirit, can we please get the message for the highest good of Pawn number 2, and please be direct and very honest. What does Pawn number 2 need to hear in this time of their life? Pile number 2. Okay, so let's see your cards, pile 2. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups. And the Seven of Swords. Okay. I'm hearing don't touch something before it's ready. Nine of Pentacles. I see why you, pile number 2, actually came up in pile number 1, and I see why, because there is maybe some kind of correlation with the energies, the messages. So if you felt called to that pile, maybe you should go watch it, because you did come up in pile number 1. And so I have to say it for those of you who did feel drawn to both piles. But the direct message for you right now, pile number 2, is to don't touch something before it's ready. Don't touch the paint while it's still wet. Allow it to dry, you know? Because the Nine of Pentacles here is saying to me that you're being prepared for a season of wealth and prosperity right now. And I see pile number 2 that you're stepping in a very abundant season of your life. However, this is still, you know, happening. It's still aligning. With the Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, I feel like you need to be a little bit more patient with the unfolding of the situation in your life, and to not get in your own way by being impatient. So the reason why I feel like you're connected to maybe to pile number 1 in some aspect, because they also had a message about impatience. And so the Nine of Cups is not the most fast arriving thing, but also it signals to us that something is getting close. It has been a long time coming, but it's very apparent that it's approaching you and it's coming very close. So don't mess up the process by getting impatient, by giving up, by thinking of quitting, or just trying to force this to happen. Force never works. It can work temporarily, but if you want long-term results, you have to just go with it. You have to allow nature to unfold. So don't get impatient, pile number 2. Because you are being prepared for a very abundant, very prosperous, financially rewarding season of your life. In fact, the momentum it's building in your life as we're speaking. And this is arriving as we're speaking. And the Seven of Swords, I feel like is here to remind you to don't touch things. Don't try to physically change anything, you know, because leave it as it is. All you have to do is just like be a little bit more patient, because what happens each time we go and change, like, oh, maybe I should change this, I should fix this, or if I do this, maybe it's going to happen faster. We're disturbing what we've created. And so then the process needs to start over again. So I feel for you right now, don't touch things. I know you want to, right? I'm kind of getting this message of like, I know you want to touch the wall to see if the paint has dried, but you're going to leave a fingerprint. And then you have to paint that wall again, or that spot, wait for it to dry again. You know, so I feel like do not try to change or adjust anything. It feels like everything is perfect as it is. You just need to wait a little bit more. Okay, very interesting, pile 2. What else do you need to hear? The Starborn. Again, this card appeared in pile number 1 as well. So I feel like there's definitely some kind of connection here. Oh my God, and the ocean. Wow, this is crazy, because the moment I started recording pile number 1, I heard the ocean. I feel like there's some serious connection in those 2 piles. So maybe you felt drawn to both of them. But look at this, the egg is starting to hatch. Okay, the egg is starting to hatch, the Starborn card. This is telling me that you are a star in the making, pile number 2. And your process has already started. The process of hatching has already started in your life. This is why you shouldn't touch anything. Do not try to fix anything physically. You just need to remain who you are, which is a star, by the way, because I feel like this time of your life is literally birthing a star out of you. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, but I see that the process of something has already started. Again, the egg has started to hatch. So what else? Where is this leading pile number 2? Because this is a very interesting message that you're getting here. What is the direct message for those who felt drawn to pile 2? 7 of Wands. And wow, 6 of Wands. Yeah, and the Fool as well on the bottom of the deck. The Fool, all about new beginnings, especially with the egg energy that's starting to crack open. Okay, so here's what you need to do, pile number 2. If you're wondering, well, if I'm not supposed to fix anything, what am I supposed to do? Just stand firm in what you believe you deserve. The 7 of Wands, it's not necessarily you adapting to what society is telling you need to be in order to get something. It's about you standing firm in what you believe is right, what you feel like you deserve, who you feel like you are, and really putting your foot down and just like, you know, standing up for yourself, fighting for yourself and for what you believe is right for you. Because we see that the result is a 6 of Wands. So these cards are saying, if you remain firm with your desire, if you remain firm with who you believe you actually are, instead of molding to what you feel like the trend is, what you feel like you should be doing, if you remain a little bit more patient and a little bit more stubborn, and if you know, put your foot down a bit firmer, you will be successful and one of a kind. So 6 of Wands can be saying that a star is being born. Literally, you can be becoming famous, pile number 2. You can be stepping in a very respected position. You can be maybe getting promoted, climbing the ladder. I feel like right now you're being faced with one of your biggest goals or desires in your life. And all you need to do is just believe in it firmly. You don't need to change anything about yourself or about what you're doing. In fact, I feel like if you were to go and change something right now, you would actually sabotage the situation. You don't need to change anything. Don't disturb what you've already set up, what you've created. It's perfect as it is, but you, I feel like, just need to stand your foot down for, you know, just like a little bit more, because there's already a momentum that's being built here. So endure, maybe pile number 2, endure the impatience perhaps. Okay, what else do you need to hear? What is the very direct message for pile 2? We have the resurrection with recklessness. You see, this is where you have to be maybe a little bit careful. So recklessness, what will be reckless right now is to change something, right? Yeah, we have the meditation. I feel like your reading is encouraging you, instead of, you know, sometimes I feel like impatience can really make us maybe act in a reckless way, where it's like, well, I don't want to wait, so I'm just going to go and fix this or change this or do this. And there is no need for that. It feels like the cards are just suggesting you to actually stay still. You know, meditation is a process of stillness, literally being still, not thinking, not doing anything, but being present, being still. So what is this reading trying to tell you, pile number 2? You do not need to change anything. You do not need to fix anything. It feels like everything is perfect as it is. And so just stay still. Literally, just stay still. Allow sometimes the universe to shape in your favor. I feel like you've done your part. I feel like you've really created something unique here. You've set up something very precious. So just allow it to unfold. What else is the message for you, pile number 2? Message in a bottle. Something is arriving. This card signals the arriving of something. And no, you're not forgotten, by the way. If you feel orphaned right now, if you feel left behind, and maybe there is, you know, this energy right now, you feel like something is working against you, or you feel like something is getting in your way. You know, the Seven of Wands a lot of times can also come up when we feel like something is preventing us from our success. So let's say this person maybe wants to be famous, and they are constantly getting like these situations that feel like are preventing their way, you know? But no, nothing is preventing you. I don't sense that there is any physical force, right, that's working against you. Maybe you're just experiencing the natural challenges or the natural ups and downs that come along with this pursuit. But it is not to say this is not meant for you or this is not destined for you. The message in a bottle, you know, also can maybe talk about this message being a confirmation that you're not left behind. Maybe the universe or spirit wants to communicate to you through this message to, you know, show you a sign that you're not alone, even though you feel like it. Some of you feel like you're alone, you're left behind, you're orphaned, but you're not. And so maybe this message is also the confirmation that you need, that you're not forgotten about, and that something is arriving soon for you. Okay, what is the last message for you, pile number 2? Last message for pile 2. Abundance. I said this in the beginning for you. And also we do have the discipline. So I'm going to take both cards because I do feel like they are related to your reading. So the abundance card, it says, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So a reminder for you, pile number 2, that you are a limitless being and you can manifest whatever you want and desire in this physical reality. There is no such force or energy that can decide otherwise for you. If you feel like you're meant for abundance, you're meant for abundance, and there is no such thing as something preventing you from getting that abundance. So it feels like spirit is in support with you and support with your future goals and the life that you want to create. So just be stubborn, literally, the discipline, be stubborn. You don't need to change anything, but you just need to be disciplined. You know, the routine, yes, it's boring. It's actually very boring. The process of something, the creation can get boring because it's about a routine. It's about a consistent repetition of either affirmations, of you practicing something, of you working on something. And it's the part that nobody wants to do or see, but it's maybe the truth as well. Maybe it's the direct message that you also need to hear. But this process that you're in is quite repetitive. And that's how usually abundance is created, through repetition, right? So repeating something over and over again. Whether this is an affirmation that you're using in order to manifest more abundance, or maybe it's something that you're creating, it still needs repetition. And so the discipline is saying, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Again, a confirmation that you're limitless and you can literally you can accomplish anything that you set your mind to. So there is no blockage right now. I feel like you just need to be disciplined. That's the thing. Don't self-sabotage this process by becoming impatient and trying to fix things. Rather, I feel like you should just stick to the path that you've started and keep going with it. Keep pursuing it. You know, yeah, I'm getting like, it's not about changing anything right now for you. It's more about continuing what you've started, you know, and being more stubborn, more persistent with this pursuit. So pile number 2, that's what I have for your reading today. I hope that this resonated for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. If you guys feel drawn to this pile, then this is going to be a reading for today, all about the very direct message that you're supposed to hear in this time of your life. So pile number 3 for your deck today, you guys feel drawn to deck number 3, and you also have the beautiful sunflower charm. So welcome to your reading, pile number 3. Let's get right into your message and let's see what is the very direct, honest message that is meant to reach you exactly now. Okay, we're going to start with your tarot cards, pile number 3. So Spirit, please give us the direct message and the very honest message for pile number 3. for their highest good. What is Pile number 3 supposed to hear in this exact time, Spirit? Okay, so let's see for pile number 3. We have the Hanged Man. Okay. The World. I'm hearing something about refusing to open up your perspective, so I don't know how this is going to connect with the rest of your cards. And we also have the King of Swords, pile number 3. The message for your highest good, the direct message, the Nine of Wands. I see that you're feeling a bit exhausted, maybe pile number 3. Like someone here is maybe feeling because of how stuck a situation has felt in their life. And maybe you feel like nothing is changing. Like no matter what you do, no matter what you try, no matter how many times you try, it feels like the situation is not changing. And it feels like it's the same thing over and over again. And so I suppose what this message wants to say as well is you can't keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect different results. So there needs to be maybe some kind of like, I heard refusing to change your perspective. The world is all about becoming more open. And we see this person is actually meditating. It feels like their chakras are being activated. It feels like their energy is rising, and I feel like they're starting to vibrate almost, you know, welcoming in new energy in their life. And so pile number 3, the Sunflower, all about purification. You know, this can be encouraging you to really shift your mindset and perspective in this time. I feel like that's the very direct message you need to hear. You need to discipline yourself. I feel like this message wants you to, I suppose it wants to deliver you the message that if you want this to change, you need to discipline yourself. It's not about working harder also for you. It's not about trying harder. It's not about doing more. But I feel like it's rather aligning yourself and doing what you're supposed to do. So not about doing more, but doing what you're supposed to do. King of Swords, discipline yourself. It feels like you can't act from a space of not knowing what to do as well, you know, because the Hangman can talk about us feeling mentally blocked, like we just don't know what to do. And the King of Swords is about mental clarity. So you see the contrasting energy, and maybe how to align to this. It's to, I guess, how to get rid of the resistance is what Spirit is saying here. Like, it feels like there is resistance between you and mental clarity. And so how to align to this? Maybe meditation can help you. Maybe stepping away for a while can help you. You know, just taking a couple of days off. Allow yourself to get inspired by life with the world. Open up your perspective. Experience things and let those inspire you. Let me get another card for you, pile 2. What is the direct message that you need to hear right now? For pile 2, pile 3. I'm mixing the piles today, so I don't know what's happening. Let's shuffle again for pile 3, Spirit. We're in the energy of pile 3. What is the direct message for pile 3? The Bridge. Ooh. So it seems like the way is being created. That's something that we're seeing here. So we do have the dead end. You know, it's interesting because when I saw the Nine of Wands for you, I did hear something about a dead end. And because it feels like no matter what you try, it all leads to a dead end. It all kind of leads to the same kind of outcome. You're still in the same situation, mentally, physically, no matter what you do, no matter what you try. And the Bridge can also, you know, talk about perhaps there finally being a way, right? They're finally, the way, the connection is finally being created so that you can step towards whatever you have been, you know, trying. I feel like there is a new beginning that's starting in your life right now. And sometimes I really feel like we need to reach that point of frustration, that point of maybe even anger or burnout, so that we actually get something done. You know, have you had situations like that in your life? Because I definitely have had moments where, you know, I've basically reached like a point of being so frustrated with something, maybe so irritated with something, that I just had to change it, or I had to do something to change it. And so maybe also this frustration, this dead end that you may be experiencing is the very thing that you might need to literally move you forward. So I feel like this is where you are right now. Maybe it's this point of frustration where it's like, okay, now I literally have to do something about it. Okay, it's interesting because I'm also getting this message of, right, you can't keep making the same mistakes, or you can't keep doing the same things over and over again and then just expect things to change. You are kind of coming to a point where you understand, like, okay, I have to be more disciplined with this. I have to hold myself more accountable. I have to get my mind, you know, in place. Like what I'm getting, for example, is maybe someone, like, let's say, trying to, I don't know, I feel like I always give examples with the gym, but I feel like it's a very, like, maybe it's a topic that a lot of people can relate to. But let's say you're trying to, you know, build muscle, and it's like, okay, you're gonna work out, but then you cheat with your diet every single day, you know? So that's why it's not working. And so I feel like you're kind of coming to a point where it's like, okay, now I have to be strict with myself, because otherwise I'm never gonna get this done, you know? Or you say you're gonna do something, but then you end up postponing it, cheating on it, not actually going through with it, or kind of doing it halfway and then complaining about it, you know? So I feel like there's this kind of back and forth energy that you've been in, and maybe this frustration is also finally leading you to a point where it's like, okay, I have to do it. Like, I have to be strict with myself. I have to be disciplined with myself and hold myself accountable. What else is the very direct message for you? Yeah, the Knight of Swords. Less thinking, more action. And the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you need to know that whatever you decide to do, you're going to be provided for. And so look at this, the Ten of Wands. Feeling like the weight of the world is literally on your shoulders. And perhaps pile number 3, maybe you've been taking upon too much responsibility, also taking upon worries that are not even yours, you know, over worrying about things, overthinking about things, and it feels like you're trying to maybe even do everything alone, and it's getting overwhelming for you. So I would say if you want to start moving, you have to start moving quickly. The Knight of Swords, this can be talk about maybe even blind action. So something that can be holding some of you back is actually overthinking. Maybe you haven't even started anything yet with the Hangman. You know, maybe you haven't, you've like, I feel like the human brain is such a powerful thing, and it can be a blessing, but sometimes it can work against us so intensely to the point where we don't even realize it. We get stuck in the process of overthinking instead of trying and doing something, or over calculating something instead of going and doing it. So I feel like this card, you know, the Nine of Swords, can encourage like even more blind action on your end. Like, don't over calculate. Of course, always be safe, but like, don't overthink everything that you want to do in life. Don't overthink, you know, every single step of the way. Just try and see what happens. You need to try more. And I feel like you've maybe, someone here got even stuck too much in the mental realm of like, you have all of these great ideas, but then you feel like you need to make like a 100-day plan on how to execute it, and like this perfect master plan. I want to say something out of my own experience, just so I can save you some time. Do you know how many times I've wanted to begin something? I've spent months creating this enormous plan just in order for me to begin and realize that this is not going to work the first day, you know? I truly believe in discipline and routine and having an idea of what you're going to do, but don't get stuck in the mental realm. Don't get stuck into planning. Don't get stuck into overthinking. Rather do. I feel like this time of your life, you need to act and you need to trust that whatever supply resources, also I feel like the resources, money will come in your life to supply this pursuit. But this reading is saying to you, don't get stuck by overthinking, rather act. More action is what I'm feeling here. Okay, we also have the earth element with grounding. So I also feel like, you know, before you begin this process of action, ground yourself. I also feel like it's important to not act from a place of like, I don't know how you would describe this, but you know, it's like this maybe desperation or just like, I guess, desperate urgency. Urgency is not bad. Urgency is actually something that can be quite helpful to urge you to get faster towards your goal. But maybe desperate urgency is where you can get held back again. So ground yourself first. You know, we do have the beetle here with fear. So maybe there is a fear around a goal. Maybe there is this energy of you feel like something is going to escape. You're not going to be able to do something, or you're going to miss something. So there's a lot of fear, and maybe there is like a lot of desperation here as well. But ground yourself and realize that that goal that you're going towards, don't put it up on a pedestal. Don't see it as something impossible. It's something that you're working towards. You know, I feel like maybe you've also, pile number 3, put something so much up on a pedestal that you've literally made it so separate from you and so impossible. So don't see something as so hard is what I would say. I feel like you need to ground yourself a little bit. And, you know, I feel like the cards are also talking about taking action from a place of mental clarity. So it's not always about taking action. I also want to make that clear. Yes, action is what leads to the unfolding, but if you're doing it out of an aligned mental space, you know, like if your body and your mind are 100% onto something, then it's gonna work. So it feels like ground yourself, gain mental clarity, and then move. Your path will be supplied no matter what you need. We have the higher power showing up for you. Okay, higher power and fork in the road. So it seems like someone here has literally reached like a fork in the road, like a dead end. You know, it's like you don't know what to do. You don't know which way to go. You don't know which action to take. I feel like also maybe what's holding you back. And I feel like the more we're getting into your reading, I'm seeing like what you're dealing with, pile number 3. I feel like someone here is trying to figure out what's going to work before they even go out and do something. You know, it's like, let's say you want to become very, very rich. Of course, this is a very simple example, but let's say you want to become very, very, very rich. And I feel like you're stuck in the process of like, okay, what can I do tomorrow to get very, 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 very rich tomorrow? But I feel like you need to start pursuing something thinking more long-term. You know? And maybe this is what's holding you back. It's like, how do I make $1 million now, tomorrow, you know? Instead of maybe, how can I start making $1,000 and then $10,000 and then $100,000 and then $1 million, you know? So I feel like it's not to say that you can't, but it's to say that maybe that huge goal is scaring you. And it feels like it's so big, you can't even comprehend, you know? So maybe try with something smaller. And that's also when to recognize. Okay, your last message, pile number 3. We have the trust I'm seeing here. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So you need to trust your inner voice, pile number 3, to guide you through this process. Don't underestimate your inner voice. Don't underestimate your intuition. It's guiding you correctly. even if it's not proven exactly tomorrow, you have to trust in the process of what you're doing. You can't be impatient. You know, with the Knight of Swords also, it can be this reckless energy of someone just trying to rush. And if the results don't come tomorrow, they leave it. They put it down. It's like, no, this is not working. You also need to allow some time to see if something is going to work. And I feel like there is no way around it. There is no cheat code to this, but you being all in on this process 100% and really doing your best. So pile number 3, I feel like that's what I have for your reading today. I hope that this resonated for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.